Thank you very much,
Sorry,
Putlunga.
Nathan,
Curtly,
sorry.
yes.
Now that the record has gone on, Kedley is going to be speaking about life at the Vodacom Bulls. He will not be speaking about any life moving forward. Also, the focus is not Springbok related. It is Kedley at the Vodacom Bulls. Thank you. Sharp.
Noted, Lunga. Curtly, good day. I haven't seen you. It's good to see you again. Just touching on the Bulls' current form. Unfortunately, you guys missed out on the Currie Cup. But taking that consistent form into the URC, being unbeaten, would it be fair to say the Bulls franchise is in a good space at the moment?
Good evening, Nathan. Hope you're well. Yeah, I think we're in a good space at the moment. Yeah, and I think with guys getting game time in the Currie Cup, did some guys well, and yeah, I think so. Now there's a lot of depth in the squad, so whoever comes in slots in perfectly. So yeah, I think missing out on Currie Cup and giving some guys some game time that hasn't played. Yeah, and so yeah, I think that we're in a good space.
Then finally, from me, before you depart for your stint away, as we're not allowed to mention, how would you like to finish off your season at the Bulls in terms of yourself personally?
Yeah, for me, just whenever I get the opportunity to represent the Vodacom Bulls is to contribute on and off the field, and yeah, whenever I run onto the field with the boys is to make sure that we get a good result and yeah, to play to the best of my ability and to contribute towards the team.
Cool, thank you.
Hi Kurtley, is Ashak hier, hoe gaan dit?
Hallo Ashak, goed en self.
Lekker man. Het jy vir Willie 'n koffie gekoop na dat chippy?
Nee, daar was die tyd gewees. Willie is nou op 'n break so ja.
Maar ja, net die manier hoe die Bulls speel, die wyte wat hulle speel op die aanval, bal in hand, as dit reën of die son skyn, hulle probeer om die spanne onder druk te sit met die bal in hand. Jy moet seker dit geniet by die Bulls.
Ja, ek geniet dit elke oomblik wat ek kry. En ek dink is credit aan die forwards. Ek dink hulle lê die fondasie vir ons as backs en as hulle die momentum vir ons kan gee en dan gebruik ons daai geleentheid wat hulle vir ons gee. So al die credit aan die forwards en ja, en ek dink soos met die tipe spelers wat ons het, dink ek die ouens sien space redelik goed so ja, en dit is hoekom ons as vleuels en backs so goed kan wees op die einde van die dag.
Maar jy soek ook maar werk al oor die veld. Ons het Emmy se 3 gesien van die lyn staan gehad. Hy ook hy binnelyn hardloop vir Emmy te wys wie se vinnigste ou in die Bullspan.
Ja, nee, ek dink maar dit is goed om nie maak nie saak of jy nou nie die bal het of nie, is altyd om to connected te bly. Al speel die forwards voor so net om connected te bly. Ja, want mense het nooit dalk op die bal jou kant toe, dan is jy gereed. So ja, is om altyd net connected te bly aan die spel.
Okay, dankie. Geluk vir naweek.
Dankie.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Kurtley. Playing overseas is different to playing at Loftus, obviously, with the dry conditions and the hard fields where you guys can run around like you want. How do you adapt your game when the conditions are so difficult and you probably don't get the opportunities that you do when you play in South Africa?
Yeah, I think before we came on tour, we knew that the conditions won't be perfect as back home. So we said we must adapt, and I think that's what we did well over the weekend. We know that we're not gonna run the ball a lot, so yeah, I think for us just buying into adapting to the weather and just being clinical and yeah.
Okay, and you face Scarlets and Benetton now, which are way lower on the log than you. It's turning out to be a good tour for the Bulls. Obviously, moving up on the log is the first goal, and coming back to South Africa, you would be in a very good position to compete again this year for the title.
I think in the past, I think we didn't really did that well on tour. And this time we said we want to have a good tour. It's not always easy, but we said we want to have a good tour and make sure we get some points out of the 3 games. And it's always difficult to play away from home, but we said we want some points and make sure we go back home with a good record on tour.
Thanks a lot.
Hi, Kurtley.
Hello,
Yeah,
Kobus.
I'm wondering, does it make it a bit easier to stay in Wales, short travel? And what do you expect from the Scarlets on Friday evening?
Yeah, I think staying in Cardiff makes it a lot of bit easier because I think we used to the training facility now and we get there quickly. And I think Scarlets has been playing well and they definitely gonna want to prove a point. I think we must just focus on what we did wrong last weekend and keep them out and just focusing on what we need to do and play the game plan the coaches want us to do and like I said, focusing on ourselves and keep them out.
Thanks, Kurtley. Good luck.
Thank you.
Quickly, thanks a lot for the opportunity. All the cards that you guys, I don't want to say earned, but does it affect the mood in the camp? Does it affect the freedom that you actually are playing with? Would you say that it will cause you guys to be a little bit more careful on the attack and what you do on the field?
I think getting cards is it's part of it. I think we can control it much better, but I wouldn't say it changed the mood of the players. And I just think we definitely learn out of it. And I think our focus is to be clinical in not give cards away this time. But I wouldn't say it changed the mood of the players and how we want to play. It definitely affect us on the field when it comes to defending because we less numbers on the field. But I think we must just be aware of when it comes to getting yellow cards and red cards.
Thanks a lot.
Hi, Kurtley. I hope you're good. I'm just interested to find out, obviously still early on in the season, but what would you say, has, helped you guys so early in the season? What is the remedy to the early success that you've had in these 3 matches that have been played so early on?
To be honest, I think guys playing in the Currie Cup and getting game time that didn't get much opportunity 2 seasons ago in the URC, and guys putting their hands up, I think, and also coaches backing players that put their hands up in the Currie Cup, and obviously players buying into what we want to achieve. I think that's the main focus.
Thanks, Kurtley.
Thank you.
Hi, Kurtley. Just one for me. You've spoken about players getting opportunity in the Currie Cup and taking their chances now in the URC. What have you made of the guys coming up that you're going to kind of leave behind? Your Sebastian de Klerks, your Stedman Ganses, David Kriel. They've really bought into the Bulls' way of play, and it's a case of, like you said, seamlessly slotting in when guys like you, Kanan and Willie aren't there.
Sorry, can you repeat that question again?
No, I just said, I said you've spoken about guys getting opportunities in the Currie Cup and putting their hands up. Players like Sebastian de Klerk, Stedman, David Kriel, all players that kind of will be here when you've moved on, so to speak. But what have you made of their progress and what they offer the Bulls once you kind of move out?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, everyone wants to play, and I think they use the opportunity really well when they get the chance to play. Yeah, I think sometimes we just I wouldn't say lucky to when we come back from the Springboks, but yeah, I think when they get the opportunity, they really show that they also want to be in the starting lineup, and like you've seen in the past few games, they've been in the starting lineup and playing well. Yeah.
Turkey, hi.
Thanks.
Turkey, being able to finish a game the other day with a couple of players short, does that speak of the togetherness and the team unity that you guys have got as a squad, and maybe also a bit of a contributing factor to the early season success?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think it's not always nice to finish the game with 13 or 14 guys, but yeah, I think that's where senior guys senior guys take control of how to manage the game, and yeah, I think just players buying into what senior players is saying on the field that time, and yeah, at the end of the day, we get the results.
Thanks, Kurtley.
All right, cool. I don't know who iPhone is, so I can't identify you. Can I assume that everybody is covered?
Lunga, I would like to ask another question, if possible, please.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Anime.
We've just seen the news that Lionel Mapu has announced his retirement. Kurtley, you've played with him for quite some time. What message have you got on Mapu and what he did for the Bulls over the last few years as a senior?
No, I think Lionel Mapu is a great player. Lots of experience, and yeah, it's I think it's sometimes sad to see players leaving with that much potential, but yeah, and but definitely a good guy, and yeah, I think this player's gonna miss his experience and his skill, but yeah, we can't play rugby forever, so yeah, I think there's life after rugby, and I'm sure he will make the best of it.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Cool, thanks, Anime. Ashfaq, you good?
I'm good, thanks. Good luck,
Cool.
Kurtley.
Kobus?
All good. Thanks, Lunga.
Finally, Carl? Okay, cool. Can I
All
ask
good,
that?
thank you.
Thank you. Whilst the recording is still going on, can I ask that we keep that Willie Leroux break part embargoed for Thursday morning? Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Cheers.
luck for this
Thank
weekend.
you. Bye.